people come up with ideas every day. And, you know, everyone has heard this, and they say that the richest place in the world is the cemetery. And the reason they say that is because so many people die with their inventions. And it doesn't matter whether you make $1 million, $1 trillion, $1 zillion, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you took what you had and did the best you could. But the first thing you want to do, if you have an idea of an invention, and one of the things, if you're one of those people who are very creative, write them down. I always write down. Every time I get an invention, I write it down. Write it down. You want to write it down. You want to draw it to the best of your ability. And you want to put it in a very safe place. In the past, the patent office would accept if you would take it and take your idea, mail it to you certified, and then take it and mail it to someone else, and then they would have that idea and then mail it to their office, and they would hold on to that, and they would use that to certify that you had that idea first. That doesn't work anymore. They want you to get a real patent. Now, there's a patent that will last you for 20 years, and then there's also a patent called a provisional patent, which will last you 12 months. So if you get that 12-month patent and you've discussed it with some people, and one person I know has 2 great inventions, and she said, I would get a provisional patent and I would go out there and see what I could do with it. But just in case you can't do anything with it in 12 months, that patent is open if you don't go and get another patent. It gives you 5 exclusionary rights as a patent holder, including the right to exclude others from making, using, selling, offering for sale, and importing an invention covered by a patent. These exclusionary rights make up the patent protection that is provided by a patent. And you need that, because if you don't move on that patent, you have got to eat it, sleep it, drink it. You've got all your thoughts have to be about that patent until you can get it off the ground. You want to secure your idea. A patent search will allow you to know whether there's anyone else out there who already has that idea. Now, one lady that I was working with, when we ended up doing the patent search, her patent was already out there, had been out there for 8 years. And then not only had it been out there for 8 years, but it was a little bit better than hers. And so what we ended up doing was getting those 2 people together, and they ended up working together. So that's one way it can happen, but not all the time is that the case. So you want to definitely pay your maintenance fees. You want to definitely, starting off, you want to take your idea and protect it. And then after you take your idea and write it down, draw it to the best of your ability, and make you a prototype. Now, the prototype is really a lot of fun, because let me tell you, what happens is a prototype is something like owning your own business. When you first get this business idea, while you're on your bed and while you're at your desk, it just seems like you're going to make so much money. See, if I can just, no one has this. And if I can just do this, I will make so much money. But let me tell you what'll happen. When you have to look at how many sales do I have to actually make to make that money, it's a different story. And that's kind of how a prototype is. A prototype is, you'll have a great idea, but when you try to make it, you'll find that, this doesn't work quite like I thought. This part didn't work quite like I thought. So that's the fun part. You get a chance to shape it and make it into what you want it to be. So after you made your great prototype, okay, got the prototype, then you want to do your patent search. Patent search. And so you get the patent search and find out exactly whether or not the product is already out there. Because what happens is, you'll go way back, you'll find out that people have the patent but never did anything with it. So you have to think about how you want to handle that, and you may want to get a great lawyer. And then you make a decision whether you want to have a provisional patent, or you can make a decision whether you want to just go ahead on and get your patent. But the reason that a lot of times people, because I've heard some stories where people said that they paid like $100,000 for their patent. I'm like, okay, what kind of patent was that? And someone saw you coming and took all your money. There are some good lawyers that can give you, get you a patent, and it doesn't have to cost your house and your car and your life. There are some good lawyers, and they're not. That's all they do.